Welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation. I'm Owen James. This is your one-stop shop for all your latest Rangers news, views, opinions, and updates regarding the greatest club in the world. Right, so we're going to talk transfers because it's transfer silly season. Of course, it's all about transfers. And with the Euro squad needing to be named by Thursday, the 1st of August, Rangers do need to get themselves very busy. Now, the news obviously that Connor Goldson departed the club this morning has obviously generated a gap in the squad and has generated some cash as well. John Bennett as well talked about in his interview about needing to set up the trading model, about bringing in young, promising players who can be developed, made better, and then obviously sold on for big profits. Now, one man that was linked with Rangers earlier on in this transfer window, and as obviously has been a name that did excite fans to some degree, given his position in the club he plays for, is Hannibal Mejbri of Manchester United. Hannibal even played the second half, I think it was, against Rangers, setting up Hugh Gill's goal in Manchester United's 2-0 win over Rangers at Murrayfield. Hannibal is a very exciting attacking talent, a central midfield player, an attacking midfield player, a number 10. A 10 very much in the mould of what Philippe Clement wants, a 10 that stays central, that links with the striker, runs past the striker, puts balls through on a plate for the striker, distributes the ball very well. He's a very good footballer. He does have a slightly questionable mind at times. He is a bit of a loose cannon, although apparently that has settled down in recent times, so I am told. Now, the man in the know when it comes to transfers is Fabrizio Romano, a man who has his mobile phone in his hand, on his ear, probably more often than me. So that's good news. That's good news. Fabrizio Romano is the man who 99% of the time knows what's going on. He seems to have all the inside information, all the knowledge, all the views, all the updates. And if you want to know what's going on in the world of football, if you want to know who's joining who and when, he's the man to go to before the clubs announce it officially. Now, the Hannibal rumor was, or report, sorry, let's use that word, was started by Fabrizio Romano. He was the man who put out that Rangers were keen to take Hannibal on loan this season. Now, however, as this story has developed and news has developed, and listening to Manchester United sources, including Mark Goldbridge, it is that Hannibal is a player they want to sell, not loan, this off season. That he's a player that they don't want to obviously send out on loan. They want to generate some cash for. Now, given the fact that Manchester United have been splashing the cash over the last couple of weeks with the signing of Joshua Zirkzee, Lenny Yoro, a right back, I can't remember the guy's name they signed. Delict is on their radar as well, as is Denzel Dumfries. There's a lot of players they've got on their radar, and they've already splashed somewhere in the region of £100 million. So they do want to generate some income for the club. Now, according to reports in Manchester, Hannibal is a player they want to move on. Now, he was sent out on loan to Sevilla last season with an option to buy at 17.6 million. That was turned down. I think number one, because Hannibal didn't really get on that well in Sevilla. Also because of the Sevilla financial situation, as well as I mentioned on the Joanne Jordan video, they're already 40 million in excess of what they're allowed to spend on the 1-for-1 rule in Spain. And also the fact that, that he is entering the last year of his contract. Now, most cases, obviously, when a player enters the final year of his deal, it does suppress his value. Hearts, take note. Now, you're unlikely to get 17, 18 million for a player when he's entering the final year of his deal, because most clubs, especially when it comes to a young player who's 23 like Hannibal, they're going to just wait it out, wait till January, pre-contract him up, and then sign him for free if you're asking for stupid amount of money for him. Now, according to reports from Fabrizio Romano, it is said that Rangers are still showing a genuine interest in Hannibal. Speaking on the Debrief podcast, Fabrizio Romano did remark on the Hannibal transfer. He talked about wanting Hannibal still being of interest.
Are there any other confirmed exits from Old Trafford?
Yeah, I think there would be some more exits. For example, Hannibal usually would be out. I think the next day they want to sell him on a permanent transfer, and there is a genuine interest from Rangers.
So as you heard there, or if you didn't hear, turn your sound up a little bit because the sound's not great on that recording. He said that there is genuine interest from Rangers, and any deal for Hannibal could be done in the next couple of days. So that's very exciting news. Hannibal is a very talented player. Now, apparently, the reports are it's somewhere between 7.5 and 8.5 million if you want to buy Hannibal, which, some may say is out of our price range at this moment in time. But sometimes, like Bennett says, if you're going to actually generate a trading model, you need to spend some money to do that. And Hannibal very much would fit into that trading model. The lad's 23 years old. He can only get better. He is an attacking talent. He is good at distributing the ball. He's good at using the ball. He's quick. He's bright. He's aggressive in the tackle. He comes with good experience as well, having played in England in the Premier League, in the Championship, in the Carabao Cup, in the FA Cup. He's also played in La Liga. He's got Europa League experience. He has got, for a young player, quite a lot of experience already. So, you're not just getting a young player for a trading model. You're also getting a player who has got talent, who has got experience at playing at the highest level. And look, any player that comes through Manchester United's youth system is going to be a player that is of the decent level. On the whole, Manchester United don't tend to turn out shit players. This is a youth system that is world renowned for finding the best talent, for building up and developing the best talent. So a player that comes from Manchester United is undoubtedly starting with a little bit of a head start there. With Philippe Clement as manager, the work of obviously Stefan van der Heyden, Anders Underlink, Alex Ray as well, working with Hannibal. I think Hannibal could be a big success. And I think, if you look at it, Rangers do need a number 10. We have got a very weak position there, with the likelihood that Hadji will leave, Cantwell will leave. That leaves us, as I mentioned on the squad depth pod this morning, we've only got really Lowry and Lawrence. Lawrence, to me, doesn't look like he could actually play a full season of 60-odd games. Lowry, to me, doesn't look up to it. Lawrence hasn't got the legs. He's only got a year left on his present contract. So that, of course, presents the difficulty. Do you give him a new deal or do you not give him a new deal? Because otherwise he walks for free at the end of the season. And if you give him a new deal, how much is that going to cost for a 29-year-old? So, look, I think, if Hannibal this interest is genuine, and Fabrizio Romano appears to indicate that it is genuine. And like I said, Romano is someone that is to be trusted. He is a reliable source. So, if this is a genuine interest, this could be a really good deal. And I think would be a statement of intent signing. Buying someone like Hannibal from Manchester United, someone who is going to make a big difference to your squad, is a statement of intent. And I think there's a real positive for me going forward. So definitely one to watch. Definitely good news that we seem to be still interested in the player. And hopefully something will be done in the next couple of days. Guys, let me know what you think of this brilliant news. As always, guys, we take everything with a pinch of salt here. We just bring you the news. It might not happen. But you know what? I like to, keep you up to date. Let's face it, some of you may hate it, but it's the fun of this season, isn't it? Being linked with this player, that player, the other player. Okay, on the way out, if you can do me two favors. Number one, smash that like. And number two, remember always, we got other people.